What up, guys? Okay, give me a couple seconds here. We're a little rough. I still don't have most of the things in place, including not remembering to mute the second setup. But I'm gonna do a test, guys. We're gonna see. It does look like I am back and that we have everything in place. Like I said, I gotta get my overlays back in place. I gotta get a few other things in place, but I will say, just because if we are live, I might as well do it just because this is one thing I did get set up. So, just for a little bit of, hey, we are back. Okay, just a little nostalgia there, just to say hi, guys, and say we are back, and we are doing this again. So, welcome everybody to a live stream once again. It's been a long journey to get back here, 100%. I will not deny that in any way, shape, or form, but it has been an amazing roller coaster ride. Um, as most of you know, uh, 2 years ago, as a matter of fact, 2 years ago today, I pulled out of Des Moines, Iowa to relocate my entire life to Seattle, Washington. What actually kicked off that whole series of events was originally to come out here for Battlegrounds Brawl. Um, Everything went sideways. Pretty much everything. As you guys know, if you've been following for a while, I was able to go ahead and um, find a place initially out here, and I was able to um, be live and get some things done for a few months. As a matter of fact, the Necro birthday stream was one of the best streams that I have had on the channel yet. Sorry, I'm just doing things on a couple different setups right now. Again, just kind of getting back into things, remembering how to do all of this again. So you're going to have to bear with me while I kind of get back into the rhythm of it. It has been far too long. As I said, by the way, Darth Nick, Vitalik, and Eclipse, thank you guys for being the first three to show up and come in and show some support. I do absolutely appreciate it. If you guys could, go ahead and smash that like button, everything else, so that we can get me back into started getting back into the algorithms. But anyways, continuing with the story. Wasn't able to make it Battlegrounds Brawl initially. Kurt Bros, nice to see ya, man. But we glad to see it. Yes, man, we are back. I didn't make it to Battlegrounds Brawl. I got a place. We did some streams, and then I lost my job, and I lost my place to live. I ended up renting a room for about 6 months, getting a job that honestly I absolutely hated. Um, and by the time I was able to do just enough that I was able to get in here. Thought great, we'll come back. We'll be great. Be able to go back to live streaming and everything else right away. And then we turned around and I fried out the computer, and the internet was crap, and I just couldn't come back yet. So I continued working the job for a few more months, got myself established, and then decided to take a break from the game to try and get my own business off the ground. I've been working on that. That is going to most of that the details on anything with that with the business with the book series that I'm writing, any of that, I am going to be introducing a second channel. We'll discuss all of that stuff over there for those who want to hear about it. And for those who don't, I'm back to playing MCOC. I have an active alliance again. I am focusing on Banquet. I'm also going to be going to Sumner Fest next month. I have 95% of the arrangements made and taken care of already. Wolf, I'm uploading Injustice 2 videos on my channel. Nice. Congratulations on that, bro. So, but in the process of that, I have been able to upgrade the internet and I have been able to upgrade the computer. I am keeping things somewhat afloat as far as meeting my basic needs. And like I said, I got my train ticket already paid for and secured. I've already got my IDs secured and ready for the trip. Tons of fun. Nice to see you, man. How's it going? And then also on top of that, I've also got the tickets for the event as well paid for and taken care of. So I will be at Sumner Fest next month. I will be taking multiple devices with me so that I can play and hang out. But also so that I can make sure, even when I'm competing against some of the other people there, things like that, comparing things in accounts, whatever we're doing, I can still record stuff. So we will have highlights on the channel of the trip and anything I get to ask any other streamers that you guys might want me to talk to, or anybody from Kabam that I'm able to get a chance to talk to, which obviously there'll be several. So we'll look at that, and like I said, over the next couple weeks, anything you guys want to throw out there to have me ask, I will do so. Let's get my champions free and actually go do something. Obviously, I've been doing all my dailies lately and building up my units. I don't have a lot of units compared to some of the bigger guys. I'm not sitting in the 40, 50,000 unit range. But collectively, amongst my 4 accounts, I am over 30,000 units that are going to be going towards Banquet in my alliance already. And we have another solid 2 months that I'll be able to bank quite a few more, and we're going to do some big things. I'm going to go and clean up some of the stuff that I more than should have finished on this account by now. And also push, so I'm also going to be pushing all 3 of the little accounts. The first one of the littlest accounts, the second account I ever started, actually just hit Paragon a couple days ago. And my other 3 accounts are 1 rank 2 7-star, or my other 2 accounts, sorry. I only have 4. But my other 2 accounts are 1 rank 2 7-star away from being Paragon as well, which I am just working on putting together tier 6 class catalyst for. And I am I think I have 2 of each on, or 2 of the class that I'm going to promote on each of those accounts. We have an 11. I will say, this is one of the things, I had some mixed opinions on the new daily quests when they announced them, and when I first saw what I was seeing. Um, but as far as resources go, I've been more stocked on resources than I've been in a long time, and able to actually like finally be get back to being a collector in this game, like I originally started out as. Um, it was one of those things that I wanted to get to a point that I had every champion at every level ranked up. Um, but obviously that got harder and harder to do. You know, initially, especially when we went from 5 to 6 stars and from 6 to 7 stars, because so much of your resources were getting eaten up on the larger that it really wasn't worth it. Me and lots of people have missed you, Wolf. I appreciate it, Nick. I have missed you guys a lot too. I really have. It's been a rough couple of years, and especially this last what has it been, 14, 15 months trying to get back to the channel. Um, but I will say I've went through quite a bit, and I'm working on dealing with quite a bit more. Um, I've had a lot of very deep time to actually look at reflections, um, of my own self and my own life. I have unlocked new talents and not necessarily limitations, but at the same time, recognized that some things I might need a little bit more in place than what I initially realized. Um, but I will say that, in spite of a lot of things that have gone on over the last couple years, all in all, though I may go through my moments where things are rough and where they're not exactly great for my mental health, um, I'm still very proud of my decision to come out here, and I am very proud of where I have been able to take my life so far, and am very optimistic about where things are going forward. Um, and tonight is just another step in that, to be honest with you. Being able to come back, and even I don't care if we get 50 people in here watching, or if it's two or three of you tonight, at least knowing that my setup is back and that I can get back here and that I can earn my place back in the community again. Um, Legacy, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Happy birthday again. I was really happy to stop in for your birthday stream. Um, if you guys haven't seen that, stop over and rewatch that stream. Uh, some decent openings going on during that. It was fun to watch. But but yeah. So I mean, so far everything looks like it's running great. Um, I'll be listening to you. I got to start doing some work. No problem, man. I totally get it. Thanks, doing good. School is busy though. Yeah, I'm sure you are busy at this point. I'm doing good. I really am. I still have my struggles, but we're making progress. We're making really good progress, and I'm happy to see that. Like I said, just getting back here tonight and being able to stream again. I like I said, you guys can obviously see that there's a huge difference between um, this setup and what I had before. But I have to go through and play with all my settings and there's been 15 months worth of updates to all the programs that I used to use to run all of this. And so I'm having to go through and figure out what's different and remind myself how to even get everything set up. Um, I will tell you this much: it's taken me 3 days to get to this point, and like when I left, I could do this in like half a second. But we'll get back there. It's the whole bicycle analogy thing, back on riding the bike and get back into things and remember how it all works and everything and um, play with settings and adjust everything. But I am I'm really encouraged just to see plain and simple that we're live tonight. I mean, that is an amazing step towards where I want to be back to. So, um, 11th grade. Oh my God, I miss. 11th grade was an interesting year for me, to be honest with you. High school was one of the most was a very interesting time period. But um, where I started that year and where I ended that year were very different places. I will tell you that much. Like my life, everything in my life changed in 11th grade. And I mean that there's no exaggeration to it in any way, shape, or form. As a matter of fact, yesterday was my son's 29th birthday. The reason yesterday was my son's 29th birthday is because he was conceived while I was in 11th grade. Um, but yeah, I was president of the debate club that year. I was starting linebacker for varsity football that year. Um, no, that was the year I took off from football. I take that back. But I was on the rifle team for ROTC. I was training sergeant for ROTC. That was also the year I took Japanese. And that was also the year that I got kicked out of school. But I did end up going back and I got my GED and I went to college and I got 2 degrees and 2 certificates and years ago started my own business and now I am back to getting that business moving towards being self-sufficient. Woo, how's it going, man? Haven't seen you in a while. Let's see, what can we... You know what? Actually, that is not what I want. I want... Actually, you know what? Especially tonight. We are just going to finish this out. But yeah, guys, I mean, I have tons of plans for the next few days to get all of my layouts back into place, probably update a few of them even. Um, I'm gonna have to spend several hours on all of that so that I can remember exactly how I had it all and get it all transferred from one setup to the other, get files switched around and everything else. But we are looking great as far as speed goes, as far as um, latency and everything else. So I'm feeling pretty good about the idea that we are officially back and you guys are going to start seeing me again on a regular basis. Hopefully you're happy about that because I'm happy about it, but you know, I kind of need you guys to be too. But yeah, guys, it's been a while. As a matter of fact, since it has been a while, let's see. I think we can do some things. Hopefully, I don't. Huh. Do they not give me the option anymore? There it is. Since we're back, let's make it official. So, let's see who gets them. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's. Oh, there are over 5 in the audience right now. We have 8 in the audience. Wolf MCOC, who is definitely not here right now, but we'll remind them that we are back, so that's great. We'll get a few of those free memberships out. Right now, they're really not worth much more than just the emojis. But we will be getting some things going again soon. Like I said, we will be doing the trip up to Vancouver next month. I am not able to receive member gifts on my main channel, but I can receive them on my alt channel. I know there's something in the settings that you have to go in and activate to get them so that you can receive them. So you might look into that and see what's going on with that. I don't remember what it is because I remember that being a thing when I first stepped away from YouTube. That was when we were starting to see that problem. So I don't know if it ever got resolved or not. Larry, how's it going? Nice to see you. But yeah, check your settings on your account and see there should be something on there that you can enable receiving gifts. So, but for anybody that wants them, there are 5 gifted memberships just sitting there pending. I'm not doing giveaways quite yet, but I will be doing giveaways after Vancouver. Partially, we'll see if any kind of merch or anything that I'm able to snag while I'm up there. If I can do that, we'll definitely do a giveaway for that. And then I will have to kind of see where finances are, but we'll get some things going again. So, but I figure for now we'll at least get some memberships in there, get the algorithm recognizing us again, make it all official. But apparently even the algorithm's like, well, we'll get to the gifts when we get to them, but whatever. Just a little something out there. Are you going to get the content creator? It's possible that I will get there, but obviously this being my first stream back, I do know there are requirements to get into the content creator program. And in order to meet them, I'll have to be streaming on a regular basis again, and we'll have to get enough people in chat on a regular basis chatting, and then I don't think I can get. Yeah, I think you have to be over. I know you have to be over 18 because there's an NDA that you have to sign, and in order to sign that, you have to be 18. So, but I also know that you have to have a certain number. You have to have a certain number of watch hours, and you have to have a certain number of subscribers, and you also have to have a certain number of people on a regular basis in your chat. I believe the last time I looked into it, you had to have at least 30 people in your chat on a regular basis every time you streamed. So, obviously, we're not going to hit. Obviously, it's going to take a month or two, or a minute for everybody to realize that I am back. Obviously, I want to get everything set back up properly before I start pushing too many notifications to everybody to let everybody know that I am back to streaming. That's why I didn't push anything beyond the Discord, the normal Discord notification for my particular server, and then also put it out on my Alliance's chat and my Universal chat, online chat, because that way it's all stuff that's mine. I'm not pushing it out on anybody else's stuff until everybody knows that A, I'm back up to quality, and B, that I am officially back. So, Legacy, you will get there before you know it, trust me. And honestly, by the time you get there, with the fact that you've already got an established audience and everything else, another 2 years under your belt, with MCOC still at that point, I guarantee, especially there's enough people in the community, you'll have an easy time getting into the content creators program if you want in there. But yeah, Larry, like I said, it'll probably be there. I mean, there's always a chance that after I get back from Vancouver and stuff, not saying that I'm going to be petitioning for it while I'm in Vancouver by any means, because I won't be. But obviously, there will be certain things after Vancouver that will escalate the channel a little bit, and at that point, there's a good chance that I could see discussions of the content creator program, and putting out my own code and things like that. But even some of that I haven't fully looked into. I know that there's been some massive changes. Well, Larry, you gotta live stream on a regular basis, and you gotta have a certain number of people in your chat on a regular basis if you want it. You gotta do what they require. Yeah, yeah. It shouldn't take more than about 6 months if I make a push for it. Especially, it's not like we're starting from scratch. May look like it at the moment, but we are definitely not starting from scratch. Obviously, I am very grateful to everybody who continued to support the channel over my absence and everything. The amount of people who continue to say subscribe to the channel, everything else, I truly. I have 22 YouTube subscribers. Yeah, you're gonna have to get them numbers up quite a bit, Larry. Just the way they require, they have it set up. You have to you have to meet a certain threshold, and that threshold is pretty similar to the YouTube Partner Program as well. You have to be. I think it's 1,000, like the YouTube Partner Program, to be fully vested in. But they may have, like I said, I haven't looked into the new program since Kabam changed theirs. Mostly because like I said, I was focusing on other ventures at that point. I've got the subscribers and the watch hours for it. Yeah, it's just your age. I understand that too. Hey, Drewski, how's it going, man? Long time no talk to. So let's do something boring. Not because it's boring, but because I need units. And this is a great opportunity for me to just go grab more units. So, but yeah, guys. I mean, like I said, tonight's kind of a little offshoot, and I'm not going to commit to any particular schedule quite yet. Just because there are several things in with my business and my personal life that are kind of up in the air at the moment, and I don't want to plan that I'm going to be available for a stream and then all of a sudden something comes up. Um, but now that I've got at least the bare minimums in place, I will be spending some time over the next couple of days getting all my layouts back set up, new ones probably created. Um, and get everything in place as far as that goes. And then once we've got all of that in place, we'll start putting out videos again. And we will start live streaming on a regular basis. As a matter of fact, what happened to your other two alliances? The YouTube one, I just, well, I think there's a couple people in it still, but I just kind of let it go. And my main one, I have a couple accounts in there that people I trust, that are holding it if I decide I would like to reclaim it. But for the most part, honestly, I kind of wanted a fresh start. They're not the first alliances I've ever had. I've had countless alliances over the 10 years that I've been playing this game. So, plus on top of that, I didn't. When I came back, I wasn't for sure how many people were from my old alliance were going to run on jump over with me. So I didn't want to impose my will on anybody that wasn't in the mood for what I steered the alliance towards for the moment. Drewski got a 7-star Killmonger the other day and a 6-star Shothra. I kind of wish the 7-star was something else, but hey, I mean, Killmonger's still, I mean, I know he's not the top or even probably within the top 5 skill champions, but he is still a really useful skill champion. Yes. Legacy got plenty of new champions recently. Again, if you have not seen her birthday opening, please stop over and check it out. It was worth a watch. I stopped in for a little while myself. So, but as a matter of fact, we will probably do a account recap at some point soon because my account has changed quite a bit since the last time any of you have seen it. I actually got my first 2 rank 4s, which I realize is not that big in the community at this point, considering there's people with 30 plus of them. But I'm pretty happy with it. As a matter of fact, I went ahead and got. I made Bishop and Hulk my first 2 rank 4s, and I'm working on my 3rd one. I just put out a video of the crystals that I opened. It's 16 minutes, and that was from the stream. Yeah. I get it. Yeah, I used to do that all the time, and I'm actually saving some right now so that I can do an old school crystal opening soon. As a matter of fact, I popped 4 of the new relics this morning, and which I still haven't figured those completely out yet. But I will play with them more as I get you guys all involved in everything. Um, but I right after I did it, I immediately texted my alliance and I was like, "Damn it, I forgot. I'm a YouTuber again. I'm supposed to be saving these for an opening." Are you going back to the other 2 alliances in the future? Honestly, the one alliance, I won't even try and pronounce how I even spelled that damn thing. But my backwards alliance, the bigger one, there's a possibility that I could end up back in it at some point with people. Um, but there's also a very good possibility that that Wolfden is now my primary and for the moment only alliance. Um, right now, I have a couple people with multiple accounts in the alliance, and myself, I have all 4 of my accounts in the one alliance. Um, but after Banquet, um, I'll we'll probably go down to everybody having just one account in the alliance and actually get competitive again. Uh, but that's still a couple months down the road, and who knows what goes on with life between now and then. So we're gonna play it by ear, but for right now, I'm only focused on this one. Vitalik, you will get your 4 strength 4 at some point. Just let me know what I can do to help. Um, Now I have to figure out who I'm ranking up first. So yeah, it's the cereal aisle problem, where like I've got 60 choices, which makes it really hard to make a choice. The problem I've had for the last couple months is I knew I was going to be pushing the rank 4s, so I haven't been able to rank up anybody else lower without risking using up the resources for the rank 4s. Which is kind of why I do like the new daily format. Like I like it a lot better because I see the ability to pick up things a lot faster even without having to be competitive. And that makes me happy. A ton of T6, CC and T4 Alpha, yeah. I think everybody does. Unless you're in the ultra high competitive range of things. Um, but then again, what do I know? I've been gone from the community for months, so um, though I have, like I said, even without playing, I have been able to rack things up because what I've been doing for the most part for the last couple months while I was kind of semi-retired is I would log in. Well, actually, there was a 2 week time period there where I didn't even log in at all on a single one of my accounts. But as I knew that I was going to start coming back, I got back to the point where I would log in, do just enough to get the daily um, event, the solo event, the stupid thing, the daily super event. Get that out of the way, and then I'd auto run that on all 4 accounts, and then I'd just call it quits for the day. Um, Normally, while I was working on something else, I'd be writing or working on a website or whatever it was that I was trying to get done for some other project, and I would just let it I'd have both phones and the tablet open and let them all just run auto run on when we still had Event Quest. Um, and before I knew it, I'd racked up a decent little stash of just about everything, and especially when it switched over to that new daily function, I started running that a little bit more. First, I was only running that on this account, and then I started running that on all four accounts. Uh, so we're gonna have a lot to do, honestly, on the channel going forward because most of it's gonna be really outdated for a lot of you guys. But I'm gonna go take 7-star rank twos and beat Act 5 and 6. I don't know. It'll be fun. Um, how often do you remove people out of line ID? Only when they push things too far. Um, but otherwise, never. I can't imagine trying to run more than one account. I'm hard stuck right now since 100% Act 5 and 6 is a big leap, kinda. And to get all of my stuff rank 4 or up takes so many resources. Um, yeah, I've already 100% most of Act 5 on almost everything. Breeze, charge your iPad. um, but yeah, that's honestly the only reason I can run multiple accounts, other than the fact that most of them were, two of them were started for the channel specifically, is because I do like phone, phone, tablet. Like I'm running it on multiple things. Fridge isn't removed out of line idea. Fridge has never been removed out of line. Fridge gets old. I just talked to Fridge the other night. Um, if people get removed, the only time that anybody has been removed is if somebody goes too far. Everybody gets warnings. Everybody always has. And there's enough people in this chat that have been in enough of my groups that know damn good and well that like I'll let you hang yourself. Like I'll let you go far enough, but once I say stop, if you don't stop, you're gonna go. But unless somebody crosses the line, I don't. And I always give people chances. You always get a chance to redeem yourself. So I try and be very inclusive and accepting of everybody, even though I know very good and well on many occasions have I had people push conversations too far that didn't need to be pushed, lie to me about things that there's no reason to lie to me about because, like, I don't really care. Um, and, um, yeah, that's about it. Unless you get offensive and really, um, I've been in the line chat for like 2 years and only one person. Yeah, Breeze knows. There's been a couple more than a couple, but for the most part, if a parsley farmer doesn't pay his taxes, can they garnish his wages? Um, yeah, but the problem is most people just like throw it in the garbage. So good to see you, caveman. Long time. Um, yeah, I'm just sitting here bull crapping right now. Like, I don't know. We're probably gonna hit the hour mark just because it's been 45 minutes already, and I just kind of want to get a good test in, make sure that. I mean, everything seems to be running fine, and if I can make a solid hour, that means we can easily start getting back into doing a couple hour live streams where we're probably going to do a lot of dailies and me running through AQ or um, uh, arena because again, I want more units. Glass, did you take my path? You took my path. I specifically brought in these champions for that path. Do you even have a poison immune? Yeah, okay. I suppose. Um, what line chat? Where is the invite? Line chat's on. Go to the description of my channel, and line chat has been there for years. Since the very beginning, even before I had Discord or anything else, my line chat ID has been there the whole time. So my Discord group is there. Technically, even my Rumble ID is there, even though I don't think it's active. Um, though I will probably be looking into Twitch at some point, and I'm teasing you, buddy. I should be in there. Yeah, I was pretty sure you were. Like, I don't know. We're at like what 120 on the Universal Chat group. One time someone took my path. There was no other path available for me to take at the time. So I was like, fine, do my path for me. And went. That's one of the things, honestly. So right now, what my entire alliance is doing, and this is per my decision. Um, is we are focused on building as many units as possible for Banquet across the entire alliance. I want, as a whole, the entire alliance to spend at least 300,000 units on Banquet. Um, that may sound insane, and it just may well be, but you know what? We're going to see if we can't, I know that isn't going to touch a top tier rank by any means, but we're gonna go for it anyways. And so we're we're doing lower tier war right now, and we're only doing map 6 on all 3 battle groups, and that's strictly so that everybody can get tickets for raids. Um, but the entire point is for nobody to spend units between now and Banquet on anything competitive, so that we can all grow our accounts at Banquet and then get super competitive after Banquet. Or at least that's the plan I've drawn out at the moment. And everybody so far says they're on board with. So, unless they revolt, I missed your message. What message did I miss? Can I be back on the line group? Send me a message in line chat, and we'll talk about it. So, that's what I will say. But I don't know. I know it's and I know some people are going to say that it makes more sense to spend on Cyber Weekend than it does on Banquet, but at the same time, first off, I do think, especially after the fact that last year's Banquet being the 10th year anniversary and then a lot of people being upset about it, I think Kabam, I'm giving Kabam credit here and hoping that Kabam is going to make this year's banquet a lot better. But also on top of that, I'm also kind of banking that, as in the past, more of your value on Cyber Weekend was based off of spending than it was off of just the straight units. Um, and that with some really good RNG, especially with having a ton of crystals available to do things with, or a ton of units to buy crystals with, I, I I think everybody can end up with some good stuff. It's a gamble, but considering this game is a giant casino, everything in this game is a gamble. So it's worth it, or at least I'm going to call it worth it, and we're going to try it. So I will check it later, Larry. So, because I am going to spend another couple minutes hanging out and talking to everybody. After this Spider Woman thing, I no longer give them credit or benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I've seen, just as I decided to come back, I see like the pitchforks have been out quite a bit lately. The amount of people that I've seen videos from talking about quitting the game forever. But at the same time, too, it's I know good and well there's a good portion of the community that's talking about going to Vancouver, just like I am. Um, so, and one of the things about it too is I was on Abado's stream last night, and he said something at one point that kind of hit me pretty well. He said, one of the things about it is we all remember a certain time in the game that we really liked, or something about the game that we like that just isn't part of the game anymore, and we get so caught up in that thing that I haven't done the new EQ yet, honestly. I haven't even tried it because I haven't looked into, like, I know they changed it a bunch, so I haven't figured out exactly how it works yet or whether or not it's worth my time. So, but that's kind of what we'll be doing over the next couple days. Is I gotta relearn a couple things. I need to rework some relics. I need to look at some game modes. I need to see some of the changes that have happened over the last few months. Um, and then figure out exactly how I need to be, what I'll be doing on streams and what videos make sense to make going forward. Um, the new EQ is really close to being good. They just need to give it new nodes instead of the Thronebreaker EQ nodes. And I have no idea if they ever will. I don't either, but that is a question I could ask in Vancouver. And drop the difficulty of the Elder side. Okay? Again, like I said, for a moment, I'm probably going to rely on you guys for a few streams and kind of get caught back up on things. The things I missed over the couple months that I wasn't living and breathing MCOC. As a matter of fact, like I said, I wasn't watching live streams. I wasn't. There was a 2 week time period that I didn't even log into the game. As a matter of fact, the only interaction with the game I had was one night Dee Dee was live, so I stopped in and hung out with him because That was more of my buddy's live type thing. I personally think the difficulty would be fine if the beneficial nodes worked for the champions. The Mystic map this month was brutal because there's like 5 champions that benefit from a lot from it. I mean, it's one of those things. You know, Command. I get it. There's a lot of outside influences on things, but and I know a lot's changed, and I really, again, I can't give a lot of proper input because I did step away for a few months, and I don't fully know everything that's going on at the moment. Um, but I do think I don't know what I think. I love the game. I know that, and I love this community, and I miss playing the game, and I missed hanging out with the community, and that's part of the reason I booked my trip to Vancouver, even though it's a little bit more than what I needed to be doing right now. But getting the computer helps me with my other business. It helps me with a few other things that I'm working on, and allows me to come back to you guys, which is an all around benefit, and that's all I'm looking at right now. So my plan right now is either tomorrow and Friday, or one or the other. We'll definitely get another live stream in, and then probably a couple of them this weekend as well. And then after that, I'll kind of play it by ear. That, by that point, I should have all my setups figured out and everything else. I do have a long day on Friday. I have to. I'm doing a temp job for a little extra spending money for Vancouver, and then I have to run and donate. And we'll see how I'm feeling by the time I get back here, whether or not I live stream then. Tomorrow is going to kind of depend on how much I can get accomplished as far as getting everything set up the way I actually want it. Because it's going to bug me if it's not there. I know it will. It's who I am. And then by this weekend, I think we'll probably do a couple, at least 2, possibly 3 or 4 streams this weekend, and then we'll be full on back. And that'll give me a chance to hang out with you guys, talk about some of the things that have changed in the game, and then kind of figure out where I'm going with things. So that I'm also looking at 2. I want to try for the first time playing this on Steam as well. I actually have a controller I can set up things with, so we're going to do that as well at some point. I want to see how much different it is to play it with a controller as opposed to the phone. I know I'm really behind on a lot of that stuff, but really it's been stuff that I've been thinking about behind the scenes for quite some time since I left and was, been hungry to get back. So it feels really good to do so. You're always pushing to better yourself, man. Keep the amazing job going. Thank you. I appreciate it, Vitalik. But yeah, guys, I don't know. It's been really good to hang out and see everybody. And Minnow, nice to see you, bro. Haven't seen you in forever. But yeah, I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been just absolutely amazing to hang out and talk to everybody, and just get back to this for a minute. It's going to take me a minute to get back into the full flow of things and be what be able to do things the way I used to do them. But we will get there again. I see Triple G is live at the moment. So I think we can run over there. Of course, I'm making things difficult on myself. Because why not? But yeah, I mean, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that we're going with a raid to say welcome back. Here is Triple G's live stream. He is currently doing MCOC, so we'll definitely get over there, and we'll do it with a hashtag Wolf's Back. So, anyways, guys, it has been wonderful to see everybody. I've got quite a bit of things I need to get worked on tonight. Larry, I'll check out your message after I get a chance. Like I said, got a few things I need to get done. But it has been wonderful to see everybody, and I really appreciate everybody stopping in tonight. And thank you for all the support, and I will be catching up with you guys very soon. Love you all, and for the first time in quite some time, I hope everybody has a great day, a great night, and pulls a God tier champion soon.